Namaskar students, myself Dr. Harish Kumar, Program Chair and Course Coordinator of this subject is welcoming you all in this process of learning, and I'm hopeful this particular learning process will be very fruitful and pleasant for you. Dear students, firstly let me communicate you about the objective behind this course and especially the things that you are going to learn today. The lecture is designed and introduced to provide a glimpse and understanding about nature and process of mass communication. If we understand the process, then we will be able to identify different types of mass communication strategies, and it will help us in making various kinds of mass communication strategies. So you'll find that right now we are going to learn some basic aspects related with the nature and the process of mass communication. And you'll find that mass communication is actually playing a major role in disseminating the information to the largest section of the society. So students, let us tell you about the nature, or we can say the characteristics of mass communication. The first one is in this regard is masses produced in complex organizations. Actually, there is a process of creating a content. There's a process of just formulating a particular kind of masses, and that's why you'll find that there is a complex organization system. Whenever you are going to watch a particular kind of news bulletin, you think that there is only anchor or reporter or some technical person, but you are not aware that there might be 50, 60, 70 or 80 persons are involved in the process of creating that particular thing. In a particular kind of organization, you will find that there is an editor. There are different technical staff like graphic artist might be there, editor might be there. Apart from it, you'll find that there are different reporters, anchors. Apart from it, there are different people who are just going to do proper research. So basically, apart from it, there are different team members who are just going to just observe different kinds of technicalities of the broadcasting system. So masses is actually being produced in a complex organization system, and that's why different people used to intervene in between according to their authority, according to their knowledge. They are going to just intervene in between. Apart from it, the next thing which is important for us, and this is you can say the masses fixed in some form with information and symbolic content. So you'll find that basically we are going to provide all the things in different symbolic form. Suppose you are going to just make a particular movie. In movie, you'll find that we are going to communicate something which is direct in nature, and we are also going to communicate something which one is hidden one or indirect one, how the people are going to perceive the masses. This is one of the most important thing that we have. So apart from it, you'll find that nowadays, because of digital technology, we are going to send the information in the form of different digital mode. There are different digital platforms that we are going to use. So in that platform, we can say that there are different kinds of digital bits and commodity form, and which are going to just decide about the nature of content, the way the users are going to consume the masses. And especially if there is an internet connectivity, you'll find that though the person who are having proper connectivity, they are getting the masses in a proper manner. Otherwise, what is happening that the people are not able to get the masses in a proper form. Apart from this one, the message is sent or transmitted or diffused widely via a technological medium. I already told you that mass communication is not possible if you don't have a technological support. Without taking the help of a particular technology, you will not be able to do the job of mass communication. Right now, I'm just giving my lecture. It could be a tool of mass communication if it is being spread to the larger, students group. But without taking the help of this particular technological platform, I will not be able to disseminate my message to the largest section of the society. So we can say that technology is one of the most important aspect of mass communication. Uh, Basically, it depends that how you are going to select a particular kind of technology. If you are familiar with that kind of technology, if the users are familiar with the particular kind of technology, if the cost of technology is less, that's why you have selected that particular technology. If the quality of that particular technology is very good or very sound, you are just putting more emphasis on quality aspect, and that's why you're going to select a particular kind of media or medium. So technology is very important for us, and we are having several examples in which if there was any technological problem or technological barrier, then the masses could not be disseminated to the target audience. You can have different examples regarding this. Newspapers are using their own technology. Printing technology is there, and apart from it, on the basis of technology, the news is being made because there are different softwares that we are going to use, and there are different persons who are involved in this process of creating a newspaper. The same thing is with magazine, and apart from it, you'll find that in radio there's a particular system of transmission of the information. The information is being disseminated in the form of radio waves, and there are the people who are using this particular technology. In television also, television is one of the audio visual medium that we have, and in the television we are going to invest more and more money, and in this particular manner we are going to share our things. And right now you'll find that apart from it, satellite technologies are being used. Through satellite technology, we are going to disseminate the information in different countries at the same time. We should not forget that right now we are having internet technology, and internet has changed the world of communication. Right now what is happening in one part of the world, or you can say that any part of the world, we are just familiar with that one. We are quite familiar with what is happening in USA, UK, Greece, and sometimes it happens that we are having some common interest area, and earlier it was not possible for us, and earlier we were having only few programs which was devoted for some international issues. Right now there are different kinds of issues which are going to affect the whole communication world. So we should not forget that as far as mass communication is concerned, the technology is very important for us, and if the penetration of the technology in a particular area is prompt or proper, definitely we will be able to send the masses in a very effective manner in that particular area. So the nature of mass communication is, the nature is that we are going to send the masses in a very rapid manner and over a great space that you can cover through your own communication. If you're going individually, it's not possible for you just to cover a lot of people at the same time. Within 1 second, within a particular kind of duration, you are going to disseminate the information, and this particular thing is very helpful whenever you are going to send any message related with any crisis communication, because communication can be a kind of effective tool to manage the crisis. And crisis is a kind of thing that if you are aware about the kind of crisis, then the intensity of the crisis could be minimized. And that is why you'll find that different countries, these countries are just trying to use mass media or mass communication as a tool of development of the country. Nowadays we are much aware about different countries. We are aware about the places that we can visit. We are also aware about happenings We are also aware about the kind of opportunities that we have. Earlier, it was not possible because technological penetration was not as much as nowadays we have. So you'll find that especially your colleagues, your family members, or any person who are living abroad is not a matter of just grief nowadays, because you are well connected with a particular kind of technology or a network. So you are able to communicate. You are you are able to connect virtually in this regard. So basically, this is a kind of thing that mass communication has changed the whole world of communication. This technology is so fast, and on the basis of it, we can disseminate the information within a second. Apart from it, you'll find that message reaches large groups of different people simultaneously or within a short period of time. So within a short period of time, you are able to disseminate the masses to your target audience. So in mass communication, it's not possible for you to, just categorize the kind of communication. In mass communication, actually, one more thing is important for us, because you'll find that masses is primarily one way, not two way. So basically, in the process of mass communication, I think that the source could be more important, because our traditional form of mass communication system was designed in such a way in which the particular person who are having the facility to disseminate the information was being privileged, and there was not any proper mechanism in which we are going to get some opinion of the audience or viewers. So you'll find that basically mass communication is a kind of communication which is going to govern the society. And right now, what is happening that what is audience are thinking, that kind of thing is rarely being presented through mass communication. Nowadays, basically, because of online media or new media, different media houses are just trying to experiment with, and through particular kind of blog or on social media platform, they're just trying to provide the opinion, or they are just trying to provide the viewpoints of the common person also. So dear students, I'm going to put more light on the process of mass communication with this particular graph. As you're watching right now, this particular graph is going to tell you something about the process of mass communication. And later on, different kinds of models were also developed in this particular regard. So as you're watching right now, in mass communication, there is a particular kind of organization or any person or group, and this particular group or organization is going to disseminate a message. As we discussed earlier, that in mass communication there is a kind of complex system of the organization, because it's a kind of teamwork. As an individual, it is not possible for us to disseminate the message, because there are different persons who are involved. There is a kind of technical team. There is team of researcher. There might be a camera person. There might be audio person. There might be graphic artist. So you'll find that in this particular manner, basically you are going to design a message. So message or content is also very important, because it depends on the nature of media, the media through which, or the channel through which you are going to disseminate the information. It also depends on your own capability, how well you're going to disseminate the masses. Whether you're going to disseminate the masses in the form of oral communication, you're going to disseminate the masses in the form of written masses, or it could be a combination of written and oral communication. Apart from it, you'll find that as far as the communication is concerned, in message design, actually non-verbal communication is also one of the important thing that we have. Sometimes it happens that we are not going to utter any words, but we are going to convey the masses through our body posture or facial expression. We are going to communicate a message with the help of a particular kind of color with the help of particular kind of symbol. So we have also to be very careful, or we have to be, well versed in that particular area also. Because if you're not going to disseminate the masses, or you don't know about different elements of nonverbal communication, especially in mass communication, as I told you earlier, it's very difficult for us to restrict the flow of information from one person to another. So that is why you have to take care about these things. So these things are very important for you. Apart from it, you'll find that the channel is also very important in mass communication. So in the process of mass communication, how you're going to select a particular kind of channel, it also depends on the nature of your masses. If your masses, it is a combination of verbal and non-verbal communication, or it is a combination of audio visual medium, so accordingly you are going to select a particular kind of channel. Like as you are watching this particular chart, there is television. There is a concept of television. Television supports audio and visual medium, and that's why if your content is such in nature, then accordingly you are going to select a channel. There are other factors also which are going to affect the way you are going to select a channel, like penetration of the technology in a particular kind of area. If you find that the cost of television is more, or you find that the receivers are not familiar with the kind of technology, then you have to avoid that particular thing. Apart from it, credibility also matters a lot. If you find that a particular kind of media or a particular channel is more credible, so accordingly you are going to select a particular kind of channel, because you want to ensure credibility of your own content also. If the people feel that the channel is providing us valuable content, credible content, then definitely they are going to encourage the flow of communication. Apart from it, if you feel that you can write a good story or news or information, so you are going to present the things in a written form. So books or newspapers could be a kind of channel for you, through which you are going to disseminate the information. Apart from it, we have not to forget that receivers are very important for you in mass communication, as you are going to deal with different heterogeneous or anonymous kind of people. So that is why you should be more vigilant about the content that you are going to provide. You should be more vigilant about your own approach, because anything which is going to just disseminate the information, or anything which is going to affect the mindset of the people should be avoided. If it is going to have some positive implications, then that particular thing should be motivated, or that particular thing should be encouraged. Apart from it, you'll find that as far as receivers are concerned, because they are having different kinds of psyche, their interest area is different, their belongingness is different, they belong to different social groups, and their organization system is also different. So accordingly you have to communicate. So you will find that apart from it, the organization setup is also very important, because sometimes it happens that receivers are working in a particular kind of organization. So in this regard, you are also going to take care about the kind of organization in which different audience or viewers are part of that, because it is also going to affect their own mindset. Suppose you are going to just disseminate information to a particular rural area or remote area. So accordingly, you have to select a particular kind of channel. If you are not going to select a channel in a very tactful manner, or it is not based on your research, then definitely you will not be able to accomplish your task. And thereafter, as we told you earlier, in mass communication, different scholars, they just used to say that it's a difficult task to get some instant feedback. Instant or spontaneous reactions are very important when you want to improve, when you want to incorporate something, when you want to change your own approach, when you just want to understand the pulse of the audience. So feedback is one of the mechanisms through which you are going to just to get some insight about that one. And as you might be aware that there are different kinds of mechanism that different mass communication channels are just trying to follow. There is the system of television rating points also, in which you are going to calculate the popularity of different channels or programs. In this regard, how much time they devote on a particular kind of channel, or how much time they used to devote on a particular kind of program. But it is not so scientific in nature because of various reasons. Basically, different media houses are just trying to evolve a new system. They are also just trying to put, a system of blogging or the kind of thing. They are also just trying to provide a social media page on which different audience can write, and email or Twitter. They are also going to write something. There are different kinds of programs in which the audience are also able to communicate. So feedback system is a kind of system which is very helpful for different mass media person to improve, to rectify the things, or to be more connected with the audience. And in this way, if we are going to follow these things, then definitely we will be able to make the process of mass communication more prominent, more accurate, more credible, more society oriented. So dear students, as we discussed about the process of mass communication, we should not forget that in this regard, in the process of mass communication, we are going to rely on different kinds of channel or media. So the selection of media is very important for us, because our credibility, our effectiveness, our reach, all the things depends on the selection of a particular kind of media that we have. So basically, we can divide the whole media in different categories. As you're watching right now, as far as print media is concerned, in print media, you'll find basically we can have newspapers. So basically, in newspapers, we are using print technologies, and newspapers are being treated as one of the most credible kind of media that we have, because you're going to get some detailed kind of information. You're going to get the information in a detailed and systematic manner. Apart from it, you'll find that we can revisit the information from time to time. It could also be produced for some documented proof. So newspapers were always being used, and there are different person who are just preparing for some competitive examination. They used to prefer to read newspaper on daily basis. Apart from it, there are different kinds of people who want to read particular newspaper in morning time, while they are just going to take snacks or tea. So, as far as print media is concerned, newspaper, magazines, and books are very important for us, and we cannot, make it obsolete in nature, because it is having its own importance. Whenever you are going to read something, you are going to visualize in your own mind, because it is going to just increase the process of making meaning. You are not just a kind of passive adopter of the masses or information, because you are also going to use your brain, and in this particular manner you are going to analyze the masses. So this is one of the most important thing that you have. So now we would like to discuss something about the next medium, and the next media in this regard is audio media. So basically, when you want to communicate only through sound or audio, so audio media is a better choice for you. Nowadays, what is happening that private or different uh, FM channels are becoming very popular, because in this way you are going to get some better quality content, and the kind of content that you are getting, it is without any environmental disturbances. And the people are just going to just listen different kinds of program in this regard, and musical programs are there, the programs which are based on information, and there are some educational content also. because it is going to just increase the process of visualization. You can close your eyes and you can just listen a particular kind of thing. At the same time, you are also going to visualize something. So visualization process is been increased whenever you are going to get some audio content. So if you feel that the kind of message that you can design in the form of audio or sound can be used as a main source, so you can select radio for that purpose. And especially there are different basically different websites or different media houses which are going to provide you some content for podcasting, because in this particular manner they just want that you should not make any effort to read the whole content. In spite of reading the content, you are going to listen that particular thing. So this is one of the approach that you have. Apart from it, basically there are different media you can say that which is visually appealing for you, like films, television, or nowadays we are talking about different web series or the kind of thing. Online platforms, online OTT platforms are becoming a major tool of all these things. So basically it is combination of audio and visual media that we have. So as you all are aware that in India, we used to produce a lot of movies, and we are at number one position because there are different kinds of people who are having different kinds of dream. They just, when they are watching a particular kind of movie, the movie has been represented in such a way that they are just going to provide you some big image, larger than life image that you have. And in this particular manner they are going to involve you for 2 hours, 3 hours, and it's just so appealing for you. Nowadays animation is being used, and 3D movies are there. So basically all these approaches are there are different experiment with the sound system also. So basically whenever you are going to decide about the content, you have to look in all these aspects, and accordingly how much money you can spend, and who are your target audience or viewers. Accordingly you are going to select a particular kind of media. You should not forget that nowadays there are different companies which are running handsome money from different video games. So video games are also becoming a major market for you, and basically there are different kinds of video games are there in which they just used to communicate different kinds of messages, and sometimes you are getting some violent kind of thing content also. So we have to be careful about these kinds of things. And last one is digital, digital media or online media we have, and this is based on internet. And this is being called as one of the most popular democratic kind of platform, which could be used by different person at the same time. There is not any restriction, or there is not, you can say, in other word you can say, there is not as much as restriction as the mainstream media has. So basically you are getting more freedom to communicate the masses, so that different artists who want to just showcase their talent, it is good for them. Apart from it, it is good for the educationist, it is good for the receivers also, because this is a kind of media which is providing you a platform which is highly interactive in nature. Interactivity is one of the most important thing, because nowadays through digital media we are just going to provide to you some aspect related with artificial intelligence. The way users are just trying to get the kind of information or content, basically different media houses are trying to provide the information in that particular manner. So this is one of the most important thing, because it's really a challenge for different media houses to provide content as per the as per as the need of the different audience of viewers. So we will find that there are different kinds of content that we have right now. So accordingly we have to evolve our own strategy. So dear students, today we discussed about the nature of mass communication, And apart from it, we also discuss about the process of mass communication. If you are familiar with the nature of mass communication, then definitely we are going to just identify different elements which are very important in mass communication, and how effectively we are going to select or elect each and everyone in the process of mass communication. In process of mass communication, you have to be very vigilant about the kind of technological changes that we have. Apart from it, you'll find that the need of the receiver is also very important for you, because if you are not going to take care about the need of the receiver, then ultimately you will not be able to get some optimum optimum output, or get some optimum result. So that's why, keeping in view the nature of the audience, you are going to just evolve your own system of mass communication. And right now, because of satellite communication or satellite technology, you can disseminate the message to the larger group who are living in different parts of the world. So you have to be very vigilant about the kinds of things which are taking place in different parts of the world. You have to be very careful about the different kinds of culture. There are different kinds of culture groups are there. If you are having some ignorance about that one, then if you're not going to follow the norms, or you're not going to follow the value system, you're not going to take care about their cultural sentiments, so ultimately you are going to be in a deep trouble. So basically, nowadays it's very important for you, if you want to work or make a particular kind of impression, or you want to get some optimum result. So basically, you have to be very careful, you have to do proper study, and apart from it, you have to make a particular mechanism for getting some feedback from different kinds of audiences. So only then you can avoid different kinds of barrier in this regard. These barrier might be the kind of barrier, cultural barrier. This particular barrier might be technological barrier. Like, you are going to make a particular approach for Bhutan. Bhutan is a kind of country in which you'll find that uh, television, television stations are not having that much penetration as in different and as in other kinds of countries. So if you are going to make any particular kind of communication strategy, mass communication strategy for Bhutan, your approach should be different. So you can't apply the same thing in different countries at the same time, because the nature of the country is different, the technological aspect is different, people's sentiment is different. Accordingly, you have to make a diverse approach. But on the other hand, there are different kinds of programs or channels which are going to communicate you the same message irrespective of different countries, like MTV. MTV has designed a particular kind of channel which is going to focus only on youth, irrespective of the youth of India or USA or UK or the kind of thing. So sometimes you are going to encourage a new kind of culture which is having some common ingredients, which is having some common component. So I think that on the basis of it, your this knowledge about this one, and your understanding about the nature and process of mass communication has been clear. So today the question is, you have to identify the process of mass communication in this digital age, because with the help of different apps or technology, basically media houses are just trying to get some feedback. So you have to identify these things. So dear students, if you want some more information, or you are having some query or the kind of thing, then you can just visit the websites mentioned here, or you can also purchase a book regarding this particular subject. So dear students, thank you very much for watching this particular video. If you are having any query or any suggestion, you are most welcome. We are happy to just engage you in this process of communication. You can just send me a message on my email ID. My email ID is harish.kumar@golgotiauniversity.edu.in. So thank you very much. Take care. Happy learning.